Hello and welcome to the Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 2 of the 2018 season, the QuikTrip Folds of Honor 500. Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. are the fastest two on Friday's knockout qualifying, as Brad Keselowski was fastest in qualifying 1. Keselowski, your Daytona 500 champion, will start 6th for this race, but between them, the top 10, you see Larson, Truex, Hamlin, and Bowman in that top 4.
Drivers, start your engines.
The engine's fired here at Atlanta. Let's take a rundown through the starting order, beginning with Kyle Larson and Martin Truex, Denny Hamlin and Alex Bowman on row 2, Kyle Busch, Keselowski row 3, McMurray, William Byron row 4, Suarez, Boyer in row 5. Row 6 contains Ryan Newman and 7-time Jimmy Johnson. Row 8, the two Stewart-Haas boys of Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch. Row 9, Eric Almirola and Eric Jones. Row 10, Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon. You see back here as the rest of the starting order will roll across your screen. 3 Penske cars, if you count Paul Menard, all starting outside of the top, just inside the top 20 is Paul Menard in 19th. You see Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano rolling off 21st, 22nd. They're going to have to bring it pretty far back here to try to win this race. But it is Kyle Larson fastest in the second round of qualifying. Brad Keselowski was fastest in the first round of qualifying. Larson 8th fastest in the first round. Alex Bowman in that Exalta 88 looking to prove that he is worthy of a Hendrick Motorsports spot with a 4th place start right here. Jimmy McMurray and William Byron also rolling off 7th and 8th, 2 drivers who have to prove themselves still here. So a lot of drivers. The second race of the 2018 season, Brad Keselowski dominated at Daytona in those last laps. Who's going to dominate today? Kyle Larson and Martin Truex Jr. lead them down, and we are racing. Green flag is in the air here at Atlanta. Kyle Larson with a huge jump. Martin Truex is going to be able to pull down into 2nd. Denny Hamlin drops back to 3rd, and Kyle Busch is going to be on that inside line in 4th. So it looks like 3 Toyotas going to follow the Chip Ganassi Chevy, but you see the Chip Ganassi Chevy of Jamie McMurray moving into the 5th position. Larson just looking to lead lap 1 here in that first data 42. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, they're going to stay nose to tail coming off the corner. Busch dives to the inside. Hamlin does as well. They're 3 wide across the line, but Kyle Larson leads them. The 3 Toyotas now going to go 3 wide. Truex, Hamlin, Kyle Busch for the 2nd position. Truex is going to give them room. And now Denny Hamlin's going to move that number 11 to 2nd. Jimmy McMurray up to the 4th position. He has Alex Bowman chasing him down. Daniel Suarez right behind them. So 3 drivers trying to get some good finishes here in Atlanta. Kyle Larson now, he's pulled away a bit from Denny Hamlin. Hamlin into 2nd. You see McMurray battling Kyle Busch, Bowman, Suarez for 3rd through 6th. Kyle Larson, 1.5 milers aren't as much of a forte as they are as the 2-mile tracks, as he's won once at Auto Club, 3 times at Michigan. Of course, Auto Club was race 5. Michigan, you gotta wait till the summer for that. But Larson putting a strong showing on right now as he is pulled away from Denny Hamlin, and even his Chip Ganassi Racing teammate Jamie McMurray moves that McDonald's Cessna number 1 up into 3rd. A great run today by McMurray. He has not won in 4 years. 2013 All-Star race was the last time he won for Ganassi. Since then, he's just kind of been quiet, making the chase every year of the playoff format. Down the back straightaway, Kyle Larson leads them, and you see most of the top 10 stays single file, with Larson out in front, Hamlin 2nd, McMurray 3rd, and Alex Bowman in 4th. 5th, Kyle Busch, 6th, Chase Elliott, 7th, Daniel Suarez, Eric Almirola all the way up to 8th, Kevin Harvick up to 9th, and Martin Truex Jr. 10th. Brad Keselowski started 6th. He's going to make a move to the inside of Truex. Eric Almirola started in the 15th position, now up to the 7th position as he moves around Suarez. Suarez is going to come back, but this Smithfield number 10 Stewart-Haas team has shown speed this 2018 season, ran up front at the Daytona 500, and he's looking to get another top 10 here. You see Paul Menard is now going to pull up. He's into battling 11th with Martin Truex. Menard started 19th in this race for the Wood Brothers Racing Team, right now in 12th. And the other 2, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, start 21st, 22nd. They are up into the 13th and 14th positions. Out in front, it's still Kyle Larson, now with teammate Jamie McMurray chasing him down in 2nd. Denny Hamlin 3rd and Busch 4th, so it's two teams up front. The Chip Ganassi 1-2, then a Joe Gibbs 3-4. Hamlin's going to make a move, looks to the inside of McMurray. And actually, for 5th and 6th, it's the 2 Hendrick cars of Bowman and Chase Elliott. Chase was the only driver from the Hendrick stables that did not make it to the final round of qualifying. He lost it, started 17th. Right now, he has just broken into the top 5, looking to put on a show here in front of his hometown crowd. Atlanta, Georgia is this track. Of course, he's from Dawsonville, Georgia, just like his father. But Kyle Larson in that 42 car, Chevy Camaro, is showing speed. 8 laps in, they've led all 8 laps. Denny Hamlin trying to close in second, a very big run for that 11 car. He looks to the inside as you see the field behind him. Hamlin's going to make the move to the inside of Larson. Kyle Busch all over McMurray's back bumper. Through the corner, Jamie McMurray's trying to get up there and help his teammate. Kyle Busch trying to get up there and help his. Now they're going to be 3 wide going through the tri-oval. McMurray goes up trying to draft with Larson. They're going to go 3 wide. McMurray attempts up the middle, nothing there. Larson on that outside line trying everything he can, but it's going to be lost. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch now into the race lead here at Atlanta. Larson back to 3rd, McMurray 4th, Chase Elliott 5th. Do not count this Napa number 9 out. You see Kyle Busch back to the inside now on Hamlin. Kyle Larson, Jamie McMurray all battling amongst themselves as well. You see that pack stretched out all throughout this front straightaway. Jim McMurray looking for a move on Kyle Larson, nothing there. Alex Bowman fighting to be in the top 5. One of them pretty much is the top running driver of Hendrick so far in the real 2018 season. Bowman now showing it as well as he is battling with 3-year vet Chase Elliott. Both of these drivers looking for their first career win. But do not count out, there you see Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski. Harvick started 13th. Brad Keselowski started 6th. Keselowski dropped back on that outside line. Harvick has just been moving up. Chase Elliott shuffled out. Now he's back to the 8th position as Keselowski makes a move. And Kevin Harvick puts this Jimmy John's number 4 into the top 5. Do not count him out here at the end. He is a threat like always. At Atlanta, Martin Truex Jr. and Daniel Suarez kind of get together. A little bit of rubbing and racing there between the factory teammates. Denny Hamlin back to the race lead. Larson side by side with Kyle Busch for 2nd. McMurray back there in 4th. As you see Kyle Busch, he's trying to use that outside line. And that he does. He's going to be able to carry some momentum. Larson on that inside. Kevin Harvick now gaining in that 4th car up into the top 5. Joe Gibbs' Chip Ganassi battle has been raging all 12 laps of this race. Denny Hamlin right now puts that 11 out in front, looking to pull away here. Kyle Larson led the first 9 laps. He's sitting back in 2nd now. Definitely looking for him to try to get up there and win this race here at the end. Kyle Busch clear now into 3rd. He's going to tuck in between the 2 Chip Ganassi cars. You see McMurray 4th, Kevin Harvick 5th, and now Brad Keselowski 6th and Martin Truex Jr. 7th. These 3 drivers, Harvick, Keselowski, Truex, some of the best drivers of this 2018 season. At Speedways, Harvick, of course, in real life, won Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Phoenix right in a row. He started here. Brad Keselowski, always a dominant threat. Any track he goes to, a master of all trades. He can win in any car. Martin Truex Jr., of course, your 2017 champion, 8 wins last year. Not one came at Atlanta, though. We only visit this track once, and this is one of the few 1.5-mile tracks that Truex still has yet to take his win at. Could he happen to get that today? Back up front, Denny Hamlin now trying to fend off a hard-charging Kyle Larson. Larson loses a lot of ground there. Backs it up to Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray. They're both going to look to the inside. You see down the back straightaway, the field just kind of spread out all the way around this track. With Denny Hamlin up front and in the back, Harrison Rhodes making his debut in the NASCAR Cup Series. Denny Hamlin up here, but now Kyle Busch moves Kyle Larson up the track, and Kevin Harvick dives to the inside of the Chip Ganassi Racing number 1. Now they are all battling. Kyle Larson's going to beat him into 2nd. Jamie McMurray uses the outside line to 3rd. Kyle Busch checks up through the corner. He's going to drop back to 4th, maybe even more, with Kevin Harvick and Brad Keselowski both knocking on his door. Harvick on the outside, he's going to give Keselowski the spot. So Keselowski up to 5th, Harvick back to 6th, Truex 7th, Chase Elliott back to 8th, Eric Almirola 9th, and right now Suarez 10th, battling the 2 other Hendrick cars. And speaking of Hendrick cars, William Byron, he started in the top 10. It looks like this Liberty National 24 starting to fade away. He's fallen all the way back to the 20th position, right now racing Ryan Newman. So kind of a bad start here for William Byron's Atlanta race. Back to the front now. Denny Hamlin continues to lead as this pack behind, the 6-car pack behind, starting to slice and dice. Busch and Truex dive to the inside, as it is a 3. All 3 manufacturers have 2 cars in 2nd through 6th. As you see 2 Chip Ganassi cars, 2 Toyotas, and Kyle Busch and Martin Truex, and then the Penske Ford and Stewart Haas Ford of Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski. Denny Hamlin, he's trying to run away with this thing, but Kyle Larson is not letting him. That 42 car is fast. He's been fast all weekend long, in the top 10 on every single timesheet. And you know this 42 car is going to be a threat here in the long run. Kyle Busch as well, the Toyotas are... Toyota never seems to be a big threat in the beginning of the season. It's when that summer kicks in is when these cars start winning race after race, for at least Joe Gibbs. Of course, Martin Truex Jr., going into the summer months, he had 3 wins already last year. Now, Denny Hamlin continuing to clock laps off. 20 laps in, 65 laps total race. We now have 45 to go next time by. This should be a 2 pit stop race. Some people might be able to stretch it in 1. Fuel window 30 to 35 laps. If you pit at lap 30, you may have to pit again, save fuel, and you'll just barely make it across the line. So if this race goes green, pit strategy will be a major factor. Denny Hamlin out in front. Kyle Busch all the way to the inside. Jamie McMurray trying to put himself up here. The Chip Ganassi car is not fading away early on. As you see, McMurray in the McDonald's #1, Kyle Larson in that first 8 of 42. Neither of them have dropped out of the top 5 yet. This is just a battle of the front pack. These guys have been slicing and dicing, passing all 20 laps. But Denny Hamlin is enjoying what he sees behind him. No one's gotten close enough to really give him a threat the last 5 laps. So he's just having a great time. If I was him, I would definitely start saving tires, as Atlanta tears up tires fast if you keep running at full speed. That's the thing with Atlanta. This old surface eats tires for breakfast, and this will be the thing at the end. If you could pit maybe 3 laps later than a set of other drivers, you might have a 10th there at the end. Or if you could just save your tires heading through the race, that'd be good. As you see now, the top 8 all go single file, and that's what I think I'd do. Just try to save some fuel, save some tires. Don't race this early. That pit stop is what you're going to have to use them all on. As you look back through the field, all the way back through, William Byron, Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse. Stenhouse finished 2nd in the Daytona 500. Right now unsponsored for this weekend, and sitting in the 23rd position. And rounding up back the field, Gray Galding in the 23 for BK Racing. Of course, they are going through many economic issues with the 23 team. Earth Water pretty much is a free sponsor, only giving water to the crew members. So here comes Denny Hamlin down the front back straightaway. We're going to have a flyby here down the back straightaway. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and the rest of the field. As you see, everyone flying around. Big gap back to 2 Penske cars. And mostly just spread out further back. Single file you see there. Bubba Wallace, Trevor Bayne, Michael McDowell. Cole Witt in one of his only 8 starts this season. All of them coming mostly before the summer. And there you see that's the flyby of all 36 cars. Greg Galding back in last. It's back up front. Denny Hamlin has now been caught by Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson, McMurray, they're going to make it 3 wide. Busch drops all the way to 4th. McMurray tries on the inside. Larson in the middle line. It's going to be Larson in that upper line is going to pull around McMurray. Kyle Busch loses 3 spots there. Kyle Larson now, he's going to be able to hunt. Hamlin has a huge run on him, but he's going to give it away into turn #1. Martin Truex Jr. in 5th. You see Chase Elliott now catching back up. He's gotten a draft of Brad Keselowski. Right now in that 8th position. Back up front, however, Kyle Larson, he's looking to make a move on Denny Hamlin again. Kyle Busch, Jamie McMurray side by side as well. But the battle for the race lead rages on. Kyle Larson coming out of the corner side by side with Denny Hamlin. And leading that lap, it looks like Larson will get that lap led. He already has the bonus points though, as it has been Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, the only two drivers to lead a lap today at Atlanta. Kyle Busch is in third, Martin Truex Jr. He dropped back pretty early. He's going to make it 3 wide on his Toyota counterparts. Side by side for the second position. Hamlin dropping back on that outside line. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick there as well. But it's going to be Kyle Larson leading that lap. Martin Truex Jr., he started on the outside of row number 1. He fell back early. Now he's back up into the second position, trying to get this lap led for him. Get a bonus point, as Daytona did not fare too well for him. Kyle Busch third. Snickers almond on the car. A nice change of pace for the Mars company to put Snickers on the car. As you see, he's driving it. He's driving it very well right now in the third position. He stayed in the top 5 all race, and actually, mostly this top 8 has been up front for the last 15 laps. Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski just barely came on. And you see 29 of 65 laps in the books. We're coming up on pit stops shortly, and we have not had a caution yet. Green flag for 29 laps, and a lot of drivers have been shuffling positions. This pit stop cycle is going to be the big thing. Kyle Larson still slow. Martin Truex Jr. very slow off the corner. Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick, it'll look like they'll both jump to the inside, try to take advantage of that. Busch blocks Harvick on the inside, no 3 wide action there. Kyle Busch will be going side by side with his company partner, the Furniture Row Racing 78. Kyle Larson starting to pull away in that first 8 of 42. These pit stops, as we said, will be the big factor. After pit stops, this field usually starts splitting up based on what strategy you choose. Kyle Larson stays out, everyone out. Denny Hamlin will be the first of the leaders to come in. Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Jimmy Johnson. So the Hendrick trio is going to come in together. Daniel Suarez, Clint Boyer, Logano, Kurt Busch, William Byron. So all four of the Hendrick cars bring themselves down pit road. A very big field, and most of the back as well. But Kyle Larson, he's going to stay out. He's up the track, so it looks like he might be trying to stay out for a little bit longer. He will. Larson stays out. Busch, Harvick, Truex stay out. Keselowski dives in. McMurray, Blaney dive in. So the race leaders, that will be 2 laps. 2 laps after the fuel window opened. They're going to be staying out that extra time. So could that be what they need to win this race? Is someone trying to outlast the leader? I would definitely pit with the leader if I was Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex. When you see that 42 slow down, get in, like right there, they better come in as well, and that's what they're going to do. Eric Almirola, also Paul Menard. So it looks like the remainder of the field coming in: Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Eric Almirola, Paul Menard, the 6 cars. Looks like the last 6 that will dive onto pit road here. You see the rest of them: Kane, McDowell, everyone going to work on the left side, right side. So Kyle Larson, he's going to be coming down onto his pit box, the very end of pit road, as he is the pole sitter. Denny Hamlin goes by right there. Chase Elliott by, and Johnson, Bowman as well. So that will be the money stop right there. Larson onto pit road, guys. So they go to work lifting up the right side. It will definitely be a 4-tire stop for him, Larson. For him, Truex. Everyone who came down pit road takes 4 tires. If not, that'd be a pretty dumb move. As they fill it up with Sunoco Racing fuel, they're back out. Larson's going to lead them out. Harvick, Kyle Busch behind. Eric Almirola will jump Martin Truex Jr., but all these guys will be jumped by Denny Hamlin. Now, into the race lead he goes, passing Kyle Larson there. We'll get him back into the race lead. You see the distance: Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Johnson, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th now. But as they cycle around, it should be Denny Hamlin leading this race. As no one in front of them, most of the guys in front of them are all lap cars. We'll see when they come to the line here. Will he take the race lead back? That he will. Denny Hamlin, your new race leader after pit stops. And now he has a very nice lead over the rest of the field. Denny Hamlin out front. There's Brad Keselowski in 2nd. Now I still would not be safe seeing that number 2 behind him. Atlanta has been Keselowski's bread and butter. Atlanta, Texas, Charlotte, those are tracks that Brad can win at. And of course Texas and Atlanta a little more similar than Charlotte is, as they are both run in the daytime. These high banks, Keselowski loves racing here, and do not count him out from chasing down that 1.45 second lead from Hamlin to Keselowski. You see all the Hendrick cars pit together. They came out together. Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Alex Bowman now run 3rd, 4th, and 5th. A great improvement for Hendrick today. Chase especially, this track being his home track, he wants to put on a show for the fans, and he wants that Dawsonville pub to ring the bell when he wins. But the question is, does he have enough time? As he is 3 seconds behind. Alex Bowman as well in that Axalta 88. In his first start at Atlanta in 2 years in a Cup car, and he started this race in 6th, right now running 4th, battling Chase Elliott for the 3rd position. Junior's replacement, handpicked by Junior himself, basically. And Bowman now, he's going to drop to 5th behind 7th time, but still a great run right now for the Axalta 88. And 7th time, Jimmy Johnson at Atlanta, a track that he's won at many times. He's loving it right now, running in the 4th position for the Lowe's for Pros 48. As he heard 2 weeks ago that Lowe's would not be back on the car for the 2019 season, so can Jimmy go for his 8th championship to send off Lowe's on a high note? Back in 6th, Kevin Harvick lost a lot of time on that pit stop. He did pass Kyle Larson, wherever Larson is, pretty far back there. And this lap traffic is not doing him good. He wants to get up front and lead this. He knows he has a car to contend, but now he is seated 4.5 seconds behind Denny Hamlin. It looks like without a caution, a lot of these drivers might be eliminated from this. Jamie McMurray sitting in 7th. He's now ahead of his teammate Larson. You see 4 spots behind him. Jamie McMurray, he just wants to come out of these races with strong top 10s. His car has not won in 4 years. He has not put it in victory lane in a points-paying race in a long time. You see Harrison Rhodes blows up right in front of the race leaders, right in front of the lead pack. Rhodes is going to have to bring that to the inside now. That he will. Martin Truex Jr. almost collides with him, but now Truex is going to lose a lot of time. He got slowed up. He's going to lose 4 spots right there to those drivers. Put McMurray in 7th, looking for a strong finish. Ryan Blaney in 8th right now in this big pack. He started in the 21st position. All the Penske guys except Brad Keselowski had very slow lap times. Their cars were not good in it. They switched setups. Wood Brothers switched to Keselowski setups, and now you see they're running in this top 15. Ryan Blaney from 21st to 8th this race. This has to be a good feeling for him, knowing that this car is fast. Kyle Larson was the only other driver to lead this race than Denny Hamlin, and now he is seated in 9th. No way of getting back to the front in an orderly fashion. He came down 2 laps after Denny Hamlin, so that might be the thing that can give him the win, is if Hamlin does not save his tires, save his fuel, and runs out near the end. Finally, to round out your top 10, Eric Almirola in the Smithfield 10 got this ride. Smithfield followed him over the off-season to Stuart Haas from Richard Petty Motorsports after Danica Patrick announced her retirement at the end of last season. Now Eric looking to prove himself in a top-tier ride, and that's what he's doing. Up in the 9th position now as he passes Kyle Larson. This Smithfield 10 looking to get a win sometime this season. So back up front to Denny Hamlin. There's a spin. Casey Kane around. Caution is out. That's not what Hamlin wanted to see. And there they go. Hamlin across the line. Keselowski, Chase Elliott, Casey Kane. The driver with heavy damage to that Habitat for Humanity's Procore 95. And that is going to be big to stack this field back up. Just as we went through the field and talked about how some drivers did not have a shot at this, Denny Hamlin now will lose his 2-second lead on Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott, and the rest of the field. He will be stuck back here. Will these guys pit? I would definitely come in for fresh tires and fuel. Will we see some pit strategy though? 2 tires, only fuel, people stay out. That is the question here. Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott lead the field down pit road. Kevin Harvick, that 4 car is going to stay out, pick up a bonus point for leading the most laps. Almirola, Kyle Larson stay out. Kyle Busch stays out. Jones, Truex, Menard. And that's going to be a lot of drivers staying out here. At Atlanta, you see Kevin Harvick stays out, Almirola, Larson, Kyle Busch, Jones, Truex, Menard, as the rest of those drivers are lap cars. They'll come in next time by. But there we go. Pit stops underway. Denny Hamlin, no tires for that team. They're going to get out fuel only. Keselowski fuel only. Bowman fuel only. So it looks like not many drivers taking tires. You see, though, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Newman Suarez is going to take 2. He's going to be pretty far back, but that could be the difference. In the end, these guys have ran just about 10 to 15 laps on their sets of tires. Daniel Suarez with those 2 rights could propel him up there at the end. He'll definitely have some fresher tires to turn that race car, as well as Ryan Newman. Newman also took 2 tires. So majority of strategies here, many different strategies, but including the drivers who stayed out, looking to maybe finish this race with the save fuel day. These are 6 of them are the guys who came in late. Kevin Harvick dives to the inside as he going to take a pit stop. Drivers trying to make up their mind. Goes to the inside. Harvick, no, he's going to stay out. Almirola, Larson, Kyle Busch, Jones, Truex, and Menard all stay out on the racetrack. Denny Hamlin, Keselowski, everyone else behind went in. The first driver to take tires, Daniel Suarez, with some front end damage now. He might have ran into the back of someone while he tried to get together for pit stops. But let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and take you guys to the reason for this caution. So you see here, coming off of turn number 2, Trevor Bayne dives to the inside of Kane. This is for the 25th position. He's going to get down into the corner. Bayne is just going to run into the back of that 95, puts him right up into the outside wall. So the first caution of the day, Kane goes down the track. Does he hit anyone else? No. Great job. Oh, Reagan just barely misses him, but Casey Kane, that will be the cause for the caution there. Not a big spin, but it's going to take that 95 out of contention. So heartbreak for the Levine family racing, 95 of Casey Kane. Going back green here, Kevin Harvick and Eric Almirola will lead them down. Stuart Haas 1-2 with Kyle Larson 3rd, Kyle Busch 4th, Eric Jones 5th, Martin Truex 6th, Paul Menard 7th of 7 drivers who stayed out. Then Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, and Alex Bowman, your top 10. They all came in for fuel. Daniel Suarez will restart this race in the 22nd position. Ryan Newman in the 23rd position. Both of those drivers took 2 tires under that pit stop. Everyone else who came down took fuel only. So could we see that 19 and 31 move through the field pretty quickly? Of course, this being a game from 2003, you have lap traffic lining up on the inside. Cole Witt, Ross Chastain, Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ray Gaulding, Casey Kane will line up on the inside line there. Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola lead them down. Green flag back in the air here at Atlanta. It will be 18 laps to go next time by. Kevin Harvick is going to pull around Cole Witt. Clear. Eric Almirola pulls around Cole Witt. That's going to be clear for that 10 car. And now everyone else behind is going to have to battle. But Kevin Harvick shot out of a cannon on that restart. He's going to pull out to about a 5-car length lead. Eric Almirola solidly into 2nd now. Kyle Larson solidly into 3rd. And you see the field getting stacked up further back with Casey Kane, Alex Bowman spread out. And up front, it's a battle. Kyle Larson now dives to the inside of Eric Almirola. Larson knows this could be his one shot at winning this race. He moves around Almirola, now into 2nd. Here comes the fastest car all weekend, Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch in 4th, and Eric Jones, the young sophomore in that 20 car, taking over Matt Kenseth. He's up into the 5th position for Joe Gibbs Racing, a strong run. Drivers who pitted, Martin Truex Jr. flies. Oh no, Brad Keselowski, the first driver who pitted, he's up into the 6th position. You see Jimmy Johnson there, Paul Menard. Denny Hamlin held up pretty far. Jimmy McMurray as well. Ryan Blaney. There, you see Suarez. He has front end damage. He is up into 20th, but these lap cars really stack the field up. So him in that 31 may shine at the end, but I don't think they're capable to win. Kevin Harvick now with a huge lead. Kyle Busch dives it to the inside of Larson and Almirola. That's 3 wide for the 2nd position. And that's going to give the Snickers Almond 18 up into 2nd. Kyle Larson 3rd with Eric Almirola. That's a battle for 3rd. Eric Jones 5th. Truex 6th. Keselowski 7th. Menard 8th. Chase Elliott 9th. Jimmy Johnson are your top 10. No lap cars in between them. But you see Kevin Harvick now has a humongous lead here at Atlanta, the biggest all day since pit stops. And now Kevin Harvick, could he be able to win this race based on that? Actually, no. He has a 2nd on Kyle Busch. Busch has pulled away now from Larson, Almirola, Eric Jones. They're battling now for that 3rd position. If Larson can get clear of them, he should be able to contend and catch both of those guys up front. But Eric Almirola being a resilient driver. Brad Keselowski now has Chase Elliott all over his back bumper. Chase is going to move that 2 up the track, and here goes that 9 car to the inside. the freaky fast Jimmy John's number 4. At the beginning of the year, they announced that this would be their last year in NASCAR as well, so 2 big name drivers losing big sponsorships for the 2019 season. However, Kevin's still going to send them off well. And right now, looking for his first win of the season, Kyle Busch now in second, trying to chase that number 4 down. Eric Almirola with a great run right now in the 3rd position. The question is, how long can he keep that? Kyle Larson 4th, Martin Truex Jr. 5th, Chase Elliott 6th, Eric Jones 7th, Brad Keselowski 8th, Paul Menard back to 9th, and Jimmy Johnson in 10th. So Kevin Harvick, in real life he won this race, now looking to match that. Harvick's Jimmy John's number 4, freaky fast on the side, and it looks like since that restart it has become very freaky fast. He is pulling Kyle Busch by a 10th a lap right now. And you see 3 wide, Chase Elliott to the inside of Kyle Larson, that's for the 3rd position. Here comes the Dawsonville, Georgia, number 9. He is up into 3rd. Can he go up there and contend for this win, pulling away from Kyle Larson already? Eric Jones still a strong run in 6th, Eric Almirola 7th. We just have to give it to these 2 drivers. They need to get their first wins. Jones with his first career win. Eric Almirola wants to get his first win with Stewart Haas. And of course, Stewart Haas looking to be a powerhouse in the 2018 season in real life as well. Martin Truex Jr., he's going to move to the inside of Larson. So Larson's starting to drop back. He's back to the 5th position now. Chase Elliott shot out of a cannon. He is flying to catch up to Kyle Busch. And this 9 car is on fire. Napa Auto Parts, number 9. At his hometown track, definitely could be a threat. You see Martin Truex there. Also, look at that. There's another driver whose hometown track is Atlanta. Thanks, Rick Allen. Kevin Harvick out in front. Kyle Busch in second. Busch is trying to close in, but he has Chase Elliott all over him. This 9 car only 2 car lengths back and closing. As you see there, he's going to gain a lot down here through 1 and 2 this time by. Right now we have coming to 9 laps to go. Everyone should be good on tires. The question is, will they be able to save enough fuel? Chase Elliott now into the 2nd position. Kevin Harvick stayed out. Kyle Busch stayed out. Martin Truex Jr. stayed out. Kyle Larson stayed out. And now Chase Elliott left that 18 car in the dust. He is burning up as much fuel as he can. And this 9 car, can Chase Elliott win it? He has gained tremendously on Kevin Harvick. And here he goes down the back straightaway, side by side for the race lead. He dives to the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Chase Elliott is going to make the pass on Harvick coming out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go at Atlanta. Can Chase Elliott get the win? Elliott now clear into first. Kevin Harvick, does he have anything for this 9 car? Chase Elliott just had a burst of speed. This Hendrick team, the only Hendrick car not to make it into the final round of qualifying. He started 17th today. Can he win this race? Coming to 6 laps to go this time by. Nope, it'll be 6 laps to go this time by. Chase Elliott now, he has pulled Kevin Harvick. That last time he pulled him by 6/10. Kevin Harvick losing a lot. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, they don't even have anything. The first driver that came down and pitted was Brad Keselowski. He's right now in the 6th position. Let's take a quick look back. Ryan Newman into the 13th position. Suarez 15th. So both of those drivers starting to put some fast speeds up here at the end. Definitely good for both of those drivers. But back up front, Chase Elliott is pulling away. 6 to go here at Atlanta in that Napa Auto Parts Chevy. For Hendrick, can he finally get his first career win? He's never been able to lock himself into the chase. He's never won a race. He's never won a points-paying race. Right now, he's jumped it to about a 2nd over Kevin Harvick now. A caution right now is not what he wants to see because we would go green with about a lap to go. Next time by. Next time across the line, lap 62 or 65, that would mean the race is official no matter what the flag is. Chase Elliott, he is leading now by a 2nd over Kevin Harvick. Kyle Busch trying to reel him in. Martin Truex trying to reel Busch and Harvick in. But Chase Elliott is now in another zip code. This car just was so fast on that last restart. He got up here, pulling away from some of the greats of the series. 3 championships between those 3 drivers, all within the last 4 years. And now Chase Elliott, in his third year of Cup Series competition, could take Hendrick its first win of the season. It's Napa Auto Parts number 9. He has been driving well his past 2 years, but he has choked away many wins. The question is, what will happen here? I know a lot of Chase Elliott fans are saying, what's going to happen to this 9 car to keep him from the win? No lap cars in sight. The next lap car, Ross Chastain, Jeffrey Earnhardt, they just entered turn number 3. Chase Elliott coming out of turn 2. There's not enough time for him to catch. Martin Truex Jr. moved around Kyle Busch. He's now got his sights set on Kevin Harvick. But no, Harvick is onto pit road. Martin Truex onto pit road. Now Kyle Busch will be left to chase him down. The guys who stayed out, they're not going to have enough. They will run themselves dry. Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch did not come in under caution. Chase Elliott did. They topped that car off on fuel. And now, coming to the white flag, he has a 2.5 second lead now on Kyle Busch. Fuel strategy was going to be the thing here at the end. 8 drivers will have to come in and take their pit stops. Chase Elliott coming to take the white flag at Atlanta. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Chase Elliott just looking to make 2 more fast corners. He does not need to push this car. Kyle Busch looking to keep second. Right now he is 3 seconds behind him. Kyle Larson in third. Down into 3 and 4 for the final time. Chase Elliott fans, you can finally rejoice. Coming out of turn number 4, he will win his home track at Atlanta. The Dawsonville bell's going to ring tonight. Chase Elliott wins at Atlanta. Kyle Busch second. Kyle Larson third. I believe Keselowski fourth. No. McMurray 4th, and I believe Ryan Newman might have gotten a top 5. No, okay. Let's redo this. Chase Elliott finally will win his first career race. Kyle Busch holds off for second. Kyle Larson third. Brad Keselowski will come home 4th. In 5th is Jamie McMurray, a great top 5. 6th, Ryan Newman. Those 2 tires, that 2-tire stop paid off for him. He gets 6th. Jimmy Johnson 7th, Paul Menard 8th, Joey Logano 9th, and Daniel Suarez with those 2 tires gets him into the top 10. So a great run today. Chase Elliott's going to pull that car into victory lane, into his pit box, then victory lane. A great job by him, Kyle Busch as well. What a race today, guys. Thank you for watching. Next race will be at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott gets to burn it down at his hometown. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.